Number 7, Joshy Wish. I kind of like this movie, and it's one of my third favorite movies from the third generation, but it does have some problems. Number 1, I didn't like that there was no real Kyle Groudon in this movie. Yes, I know he was used for a robot, but still, I didn't like this idea. The fact that we see him as an actual poster in the actual poster with no fake one at all is just really disappointing. I did like the circus in this movie. It's kind of fun and it's really kind of entertaining to watch. I'm not a fan of circus stuff, but it's kind of fun and I do love the stuff they did in this movie. As for the bond between Max and Joashi, it was good. I kind of like it. And the fact that Max is a kid and he really wants more wishes from Joashi, it was kind of cool. I did like the scene where he didn't know that there was he teleported candy when he wished them, so it was kind of funny to see Max wish all that candy that was actually from a different direction, from a different location. It was actually kind of hilarious. Even though that this movie contains more bickering between him and his sister May, I kind of like it. I can understand that this is the first movie of the generation, and I can understand that they can't get along easily. Anyways, this movie, for being number 7, is fine. I really didn't enjoy it that much. It's still entertaining to watch, but it's not terrible in a bad way. Even though the problems here are kind of big, but the good problems is kind of way higher in my opinion. That's why this is on number 7. Number 6, Lucario and the Mystery of Mew. Oh boy, I'm getting kind of a lot of hate from Pokemon fans that this movie is so much better and almost at the same height as the 10th movie and the 3rd movie. Well, I didn't hate this movie. In fact, I kind of enjoy it so much that I really enjoy it. Every time back in 2007 when this came out, I always watch it so many times. But nowadays, since the more I watch all these movies, the more opinions I change for myself. First of all, everyone but Ash is useless. That's pretty much one of the main problems from this movie is that everyone, May, Max, and Brock are completely useless in this movie. It's kind of sad to see how this movie is supposed to be great can have problems that completely overshadow from being perfect like the third movie. What I do like is Lucario. He's a really interesting character and I do like him for that reason. He's more brave and more serious. And this is one of the main reasons why I freaking love Lucario in these kinds of why I freaking love Pokemon in these kinds of movies. As for the animation, it's really good, but the next movie is way better than this. I'll explain that later. And the characters are really great, and I do love the setting that they're in. It's just really good. It's just really great, and I freaking love it for that reason. Almost everything like the minor characters and the supporting characters are just fantastic. Especially when they're trying to stop this thing in the big tree. I'm sorry. I know that I'm not really good at looking at these movies, but I can try my best to get my full opinions on them. They really tried their best to get into that big tree in order to stop bad things, but I kind of like how they try their best to make the place to make this entire environment look fine as possible. As for the ending, it is great. This is not my favorite ending from any of these movies, but it's still at number 3. If you want to know what my other top 3 is, the other top 2 is, then you're gonna have to wait a little longer. But anyway, just seeing Lucario completely in tears that it was just all a misunderstanding is really what I really love about this movie. And this what really makes Ash a really good character. I completely love this scene so much. It's really heartwarming and very addicting. And that line when Ash says at the end is a great way to end a Pokemon movie. Anyway, that's Lucario and the Mystery of Mew. It may be number 6, but it's still really entertaining to watch. Since we're in the top 5, we're getting to the ones that I really love and really enjoyed. Number 5, Pokemon 3. The third movie is really good. I completely enjoy this so much. It's really entertaining and very fun. The fact that Ash tries to save her mom from the unknown is really great. I completely really want to get this movie so much. I have 6 Pokemon movies and I really want this one. But anyway, let's talk about more about this movie. Molly is good in this movie. She's not really one of the best in these movies, but she's one of my favorites. The bond between her and Entei is just great. I love every single bit of it. Especially the fact that she tries so good. She really wants to hang out with Ash's mom. It's just really good. As for Entei, he's really a good character. He's really one of the most toughest Pokemon I have ever seen. He's very great, he's really brave, and he's more serious than I ever seen. He's really good to every time you watch him on this every time you watch him on screen, you know that he's gonna do something good and really serious. As for the unknown, they're okay. They're not bad. They're not great. They're just okay. But anyway, the third movie is something I really enjoy. It has something I can enjoy. It's something that is so fun and so watchable and so good that I just can't stop watching it. And I really hope I get it sooner or later. Number 4, Dancing in the Cocoon of Destruction. This is pretty much the only Pokemon movie in the modern age in the X and Y series that I freaking enjoy. I didn't see the 18th movie and I don't plan on seeing the 19th movie, but I do own this movie and I freaking love it. Dancing is just great in this movie. She's so carefree and so completely likable, in other words, lovable. That's just something I freaking love about this movie. As for the well Pokemon, they're really good, and I kind of like it. And even though this may be the first movie in the X and Y series, Serena doesn't get a lot of moments in this movie, as in moments with Ash. That's pretty sad, especially the fact that that Serena has a crush on Ash, and it could have been a great way to show how much she loves Ash, even though she wants to keep it as a secret. This movie was very fun and pretty much one of the only times I can really watch this movie over and over again for the modern Pokemon. I really didn't like the modern Pokemon. I do like the old Pokemon, but not the modern one. Just for anyone who wants to know that. Number 3, Pokemon the Movie 2000. Yes, I completely watched this movie constantly when I was a kid. Back in 2007, I watched this so many times I never got tired of it. Well, at the beginning of 2008, I started to get bored out and took it a break, so I stopped watching this movie for a couple of years, and then years later, I keep watching it, but not all the time. Things change when I get older. But anyways, I love this movie so much. The second movie released in theaters is really great, and I completely love every single bit of it. The only reason why this is at number 3 is because 2 other movies were way better than this, but I'll talk about those later. Anyway, as for I'm gonna talk about the Chosen One thing because I know some Pokemon fans really didn't like this idea at all, but I'll explain why. In the Japanese version, it was completely different. In the Japanese version, they really they when they arrive at the island, the people said that the Pokemon trainer can save the whole world because they're a trainer. It just doesn't happen to Movie Island. In the USA version, they decided to change that to a Chosen One thing. I really didn't like this idea whatsoever for several reasons. One is because it's supposed to be this movie is supposed to be dedicated to Ash to prove that he can do everything right, even though and sometimes he can't, especially later on in the series. And secondly, almost everyone, Ash, Tracy, and even their Pokemon are the only ones that keep helping Ash to get those 3 glass balls. That's pretty much all that Ash needs to do is just place these balls into place. That's pretty much all there is. But you know what? It's stupid in a way that I kind of enjoy it. I mean, I didn't like it, but I can still enjoy it, and I can understand what this movie is trying to do. I mean, it's supposed to be very big and very great. And keep in mind, this was released in 2000. That year, people wanted to make 2000 really great. WrestleMania 2000, etc. But anyway, I can understand why they had to go with this. As for the soundtrack, yes, I know this has nothing to do with the movie whatsoever, but back then, Pokemon 1, 2, and 3 that have a lot of artists to do soundtracks on their movies. The first movie was really out of place, but this movie, it kind of fits well, and I do love this soundtrack more than ever. But anyways, I kind of love this soundtrack a lot. Even though people kind of didn't like it, but there's so many people who love this. I do love Dreams from Alicia, and Dream Street, They Don't Understand is just great, and Donna Summer is just perfect. Even the Power of One score, The Legend Come to Life, is really great. As for Lugia is just great in this movie. I freaking love him. His voice is great, and him protecting the place from three legendary birds is just amazing. And Lawrence the Third, he's pretty much fine and tolerable. I mean, at least he has a goal, and his character is kind of two-dimensional. He is still fine for what he is. But anyway, the problem that I have with Lawrence is that he is so bland in this movie. Not to mention that his name never mentioned in this movie whatsoever. Anyways, I freaking love Pokemon 2000. It's one of my favorite movies from the golden age of Pokemon. But anyway, we have two more movies left, so let's get to them.